Please join me on my journey if you care for the truth. I am a truth seeker, ex-Shia, and ex-Muslim. Thank you so much.
Greetings, everyone. This is me again. I'm just fixing my mic. Oops, not this way, the light. Uh, yeah, sorry. Greetings, everyone. Uh, here I am again on Surah 4 at 66. So last time, Life is Essential was here and commented saying he was wondering, or she was, why billions are still Muslims, billions of people, and it's buffering. Okay, stop. Billions of, and this is what I've been wondering too, and I've been shocked about, especially the Shias. Why would they follow this? According to Surah 4 ayat 66, it seems that God, it's a death cult, right? So I checked the Shia Tafsir, and there's one translation given by Shakir on this Uqtulu, the word. Here it says, sorry, I have to take this word, what it says here, kill yourselves, in Surah 4, ayat 66, Quran.com, word by word transliteration and English translation. And if we that, and if that we had decreed, katabna, right, decreed on them that kill yourselves. So this is uqtulu, kill yourselves, or go forth from your homes. Not they would have done it, except a few of them. But if they that had done, but if that they had done what they were advised with it, surely it would have been better. Khairan. So excuse it for them, and stronger, strengthening. Excuse me. So it's really shocking, right? Sometimes I've seen myself going to a majlis, and then the rest of the year, um, as a Shia, it's been very, very shocking for me. Like I should be compassionate, kind in all circumstances, understanding, never even thoughtless, but thoughtful. So sometimes, snapping, or just being rude, or brushing aside someone. It has been very shocking checking myself. Oh, why this I have done, and why did I do this? So, the things I did as a Shia. So it's all the more shocking, I think, for me as when I was a Shia, and and now, like this is a death cult. So, is it lay down their lives, or what Yusuf Ali puts, the way Yusuf Ali puts it here? If we had ordered them to sacrifice their lives, if we had ordered them to sacrifice their lives or to leave their homes, sacrifice their lives. This is not the way it is. Uh, in Arabic, the word uqtulu is like in Surah Baqarah ayat 54, right? So some translators put it this way, like Yusuf Ali, lay down your lives, or Shakir puts it that way, and sacrifice your life, Yusuf Ali. So I wonder why. I've wondered why also, right? As um, life is essential has, why would Muslims still be Muslims and not leave this religion? So this is about Musa, though, and when said Musa to his people, indeed, O people, indeed you have wronged yourselves uh, by your taking the calf. So turn in repentance to your Creator and kill yourselves. Uqtulu, again the word fa, so kill yourselves, or fa is actually not and, but here maybe you can put it as an and, and, but it's kill yourselves. That is better for you, khairun, better for you with your Creator. Then he turned towards you. Indeed, he is the returning, the most merciful. So it is kill yourselves and not lay down your lives. If, like, I wondered if the Muslims are still Muslims because if they just believe in what their religious scholars tell them and they interpret the ayats like their religious scholars interpret it, then what about those religious scholars who have known Arabic, right? Why didn't they leave? Even the Shia religious scholars are looking at this. This is a death cult, Surah, going to Surah 4 ayat 66. Okay, so now going to a multilingual Quran, yes, the Shia. This is very shocking for me, right? So I chose Shakir, and now what I'm going to do is again choose Abdullah, all three that they have given. This is a Shia website, yeah? Halal Bayt Digital Islamic Library Project. Sorry, I'm not able to talk properly, so I might, do this or take pauses and things or make mistakes. I apologize. So if you can bear with me, thank you so much. Getting very, very old, feeling very, very old and tired. So I had to come now, and I'm not that prepared again because I couldn't prepare myself today. I had a headache, and so it's just gone now. Okay, display. So this Shia website, let's see, Shakir's translation on Surah 4 ayat 66, sorry, here. And and if we had prescribed for them, lay down your lives or go forth from your homes, they would not have done it except a few of them. And if they had done what they were admonished, it would have certainly been better for them. And best in strengthening. So it reminds me, like my Shia Noha on Bibi Zainab. एक कौन है? It's a Punjabi Noah, like Yazid is saying, who is she? Who is Bibi Zainab and what is she saying? Right? And questioning her like that in his Darbar court palace, courtyard, court place. What is so so Muslims would be coming here and questioning, and the way they question even Shias, I think, oh, and not that I think for sure, like Sakalan Heather and who else? Sakalan Heather and who else? Uh, oh, what's his name? Others, yeah? And the one who commented, Muhammad Jafar or Jafar Muhammad, Shia. So this is the way you would want to come and question. and some are like, okay. So I was thinking I'll perhaps say it later. What hardly anyone, very few uh, Shias who would maintain that kindness. You know, it's been very, very shocking for me in myself also. So I asked a Christian friend, like, he said to me, he told me that you don't need to be religious to have feelings for even animals, you know, stray animals or feelings, feelings for animals. Another thing is, another Shia told me that, oh, you know, don't bring the sins. If you cover the sins of people, then Allah covers 70. I already knew that, right? 70 some sins of yours. But human violations, don't talk about. Bibi Zainab and all. Bibi Sakina also saying in the Darbar afterwards when she was captive in Damascus. This is how she told. She used to tell people her story, how they killed my Baba, how my father, 3.5 years old now. How many years old? They were for 2 years in Syria, Damascus, captives. No, no, don't. Like it's one thing to not tell someone, not speak about another sin, and another thing to talk about violations, human violations, human rights violations. And so this, okay, Pictorial translation, Surah 4, Ayat 66. And if we had decreed for them, lay down your lives, so go forth from your dwellings, lay down your lives. Yes. Also, Pictorial says lay down, and Yusuf Ali, the Shia, have chosen an English translation of this ayat. If we had ordained them to sacrifice their lives, I've already read this. I'm having a hard time. I don't know why my tongue is heavy, because my heart is very heavy. Aka Medibuya says unquestioning obedience and devotion. See, unquestioning obedience and devotion to the Holy Prophet has been again ordained in this verse, meaning. So this means submission, not only submission. This is that you are worshipping Prophet Muhammad, not only Allah, but submission, unquestioning obedience and devotion to all the messengers of Allah and the prophets of Allah. So you are actually also worshipping them along with Allah, and I wonder why God doesn't put it this way, and Akamedipuya doesn't put it this way. But of course, because God doesn't put it this way, like He puts it for the polytheists in Surah Zumar ayat 3, they worship them so that they can come. They say they want to come near to Allah in position. They worship these awliyas, friends. Anyhow, so I don't think I should be going through all this because the translation of this ayat they've chosen for this word uqtulu is lay down your lives, and it's or sacrifice their lives. It is not like this in the Quran, in the Arabic. It's uqtulu, uqtulu. Yani it means kill. See, kill. Uqtulu translated. Oh, this is not Urdu. I don't know why they've given me Urdu Arabic to English. Tuesday. Okay, it's not giving me the right the translation in English. Oh, it doesn't know. Maybe the Arabic word is.
أنفسكم.
Oops. Oh, okay. I don't think you heard that. That was a mistake, and I have the receiver on of my mic, so I don't think you've heard that. Otherwise, please mind your ears. It's quite loud. If I take the receiver off.
إلا
Oops, sorry. Mistakes happening here. So this is a death cult, right? It's not lay down your lives. It's kill yourselves, and this is the way it is put in Arabic. Anfusakum. Now, if you say lay down, if sacrifice is something else, qurbani, or if there's a Arabic word for it, right? I don't know, but kill is not sacrifice, right? And another thing is laying down your lives. Allah could have put lay like this. He has put lay. If it were lay down, anfusakum, yourselves or your lives. In Surah 2 at 86, there is a word for lay. Not does Allah burden, not does burden Allah any soul except its capacity for it, what it earned, and against it what it earned. Our Lord, do not take us to task if we forget or we err. Our Lord, and do not lay tahmil, tahmil,
تحمل.
tahmil, tahmil, right? Let me just get the right pronunciation. Just remove the receiver so you can hear it, and a little lower sound.
تحمل.
Tahmil. Did you hear this?
تحمل.
So Allah could have put lay, put tahmil, this word in that ayat, Surah 4 at 66, not kill yourselves. Lay upon us a burden like that. You laid it, right? Now I can't pronounce this in Arabic. You laid it, which you laid on those. Again, laid. So laid down. Again, lay on us. Tuhammil, right here. Oops.
تحملنا.
تحملنا. See, lay. So Allah could have put this word rather than uqtulu. It's a death cult. I don't know why Allah changed his mind. I'll just take this, right? Sahih International. And if we had decreed upon them, kill yourselves or leave your homes, they would not have done it. This is not lay down your lives or sacrifice your lives. It's kill yourselves. Not in war, going to war. So I don't know what happened to these Shia religious scholars too. And I'm not here to, I'm just here for the truth. And when, if you come, if you like civilized, honest manner, as two honest people, researchers, trying to discover, question me, but in an honest manner. If I see you not, if we like go together, cooperating, not cooperating with me, then I'll put you on timeout now. Okay? So if I see you doing that, then I'll put you on timeout. As much as you can say that you are respectful and respectfully and all this. And another thing is blaming others for harming, hurting, whatever, or this is our religion, don't do this. No, you're hurting our feelings. I'm not your enemy. I don't want to hurt anyone, right? It's through the Quran ayats I see the problems, errors, and all. This is a dangerous cult, also. What I saw, I share with you here. And I don't mean to hurt anyone. Didn't mean to. That's not my intention. But if you come and argue and all this, then I could flare up, get angry. And in a way, you question me, and like previously. Uh, so, and saying that you're respectful, no, you're not. You're not being respectful uh, to honesty, to the way we and cooperating here, the way being honest. So I can tell when you're not honest, right? So when I tell you, after this, what is? Please answer that only. Cooperate so I can make you understand the ABCD then of the Quran ayahs. So the Shia religious scholars, I don't know, Yusuf Ali also, who's not a Shia, if we had ordered them to sacrifice their lives? No. Sacrifice? No, this is not sacrificing. This is not even laying down. This is uqtulu, meaning killing. And you can check the same thing in Surah Baqarah. No, wait. Surah Baqarah 54. So this is a death cult. Kill yourselves, I, the guilty among you. So repent to your Creator, Musa says to his people, and kill yourselves also. Now, if you kill your nafs, just see this, right? If, let's say, some Shia says or Sunni that Allah is saying to kill your nafs, not yourselves, like your, right, your nafs. Excuse me. Sorry about this. Kill yourself. They kill yourselves. So if the Muslims come and say or question that it means killing the soul, nafs, not the body, right? This is what Allah means. Then how would you recognize? Because Allah, how would you recognize Allah, your Lord? Allah is your one and only Lord who has no associate. Surah Araf ayat, Surah 7 ayat 172. And when was taken by your Lord from the children of Adam, from their loins, their descendants, and made them testify over themselves, right? Anfusihim, this is over themselves, over the souls, can be taken as. So they testified over themselves. Now them is here. They made them testify over themselves, their souls, right? Okay, this is over their souls, and the them is here. Now, what if you kill? Let's say if you kill your souls here, that you have testified over. What is this you, them, who has testified over themselves? Am I not your Lord? What is you without the soul? You have not been told, right? Yes, you testified, but over yourselves, your souls, you testified. Uh, Taqulu, you say, here it's taqulu. Lest you say, the day on the day of resurrection, indeed we were about this unaware. And the next ayat, 173, or lest you say it was only that our fathers associated others in worship with Allah before, and we were but descendants after them. Then would you destroy us for what the falsifiers have done? We were kuna descendants. So what is this? Has someone told you? What is this without the soul? What are you without the soul? Spirit? And then would you be the I am with Allah? Or are you just here? You're, yeah, from the loins descendants. So in what form were you? Their descendants, children of Adam, from their loins, their descendants. Allah is not clear and made them testify concerning. Some say, Yusuf Ali says concerning your souls, not over your souls. So if we take Yusuf Ali's translation, let's say, concerning yourselves, if you now, this self, this soul, if you kill it, how will you, according to Yusuf Ali? Just you taking Yusuf Ali's, yeah? Translation of this ayat, Surah 7, ayat 172. How would you testify to Allah then, to your Lord being your Lord? You would not be able to. So forget killing, Yusuf Ali's translation taking. Forget killing your souls. Um, Now taking Sahih International's also translation, their descendants, and made them testify of themselves, of yourselves, saying to them, am I not your Lord? They said, yes, we have testified. Now killing your souls would be, you would, if we take Sahih International also, the translation, how can you then testify to the Lord being your Lord? Huh? You can't. So even in that manner, killing yourselves will be wrong. You would not be able to testify then, right? Only taking Maududi, only taking Maududi's way, translation of this ayat, made them witness against their own selves. Yeah? Then killing your souls, asking them, am I not your Lord? Then killing your souls would be, you could, after killing your souls, you can testify that your Lord is your Lord, that the Lord is your Lord. Or taking word by word English translation from Quran.com on this, taking the word Allah over themselves, over their souls, meaning then by killing your souls you can testify that your Lord, that the Lord is your Lord. Right? Yeah. So this. Think about it. And this is not about going to war, killing yourselves, right? Like Shia again, now on this also. So continuing with the Shia tafsir, Aka Medipuya says, just like the Jews, the followers of the Holy Prophet used to back out of the battle, sorry, whenever commanded to lay down their lives. Now they keep saying lay down their lives and go forth from their homes and go forth from their homes. The battles of Badr, Uhud, and Khandaq bear testimony to this fact. For details, refer to Tabari and other historians. The majority of the companions failed to submit to the will of Allah. You do not submit to the will of Allah. You submit to Allah. His will is bad also. Like whatever you do, like the last previous live stream, which ayat was that I showed you, that it's not what you will, but it's what, except that Allah wills it. So you submit your whole self, not your will, to Allah's will. Allah has bad will too. Obedient, and this is not about war, killing yourself in war. See, so all the mistakes the religious scholars have done, right? I don't know why they've made these mistakes. Misguided and deceived. They should go with the Quran word also. And the way Allah has put it. Many times they don't go the way Allah has put it. Right? And so this is how some of the Shias also, who just don't do the research, and those who have done the research, like Aka Medipuya, like the others, Allama Tabatabai on the Quran exegesis, and don't get it, didn't get it. This is a death cult. This is not in war. Allah says, if, also, moreover, look at this. If. So Allah didn't ask them to do this. Very few of them would have done it. This is not like leaving your homes for war. Like although it says here, or to leave their homes, right? If we had ordained them to sacrifice, to kill themselves, or to leave their homes, like Prophet Muhammad was asked to leave his home, and he dragged the believers, like as if the believers, first they argued with him about this, and then they were dragged as if they were being dragged to their death, seemed to them. Remember that ayat? Or to leave their homes? Okay. Very few of them would have done it. For what? Leave their homes for. You see, here now they have jumped to an assumption that if there it says the Prophet was asked to leave his home for the battle, here it would mean the same thing. But that's not what here it means, right? Look at the ayat before this also. It says, but no, by your Lord, they do not believe until they make you a judge of that which has become a matter of disagreement among them, and then do not find any straightness in their hearts. Where's the battle? It's about taslima, full submission to Allah's will. Oh, sorry, no, not to Allah's will. Sorry, again, to Prophet Muhammad, full submission. This is believers. You are actually submitting to Prophet Muhammad by doing this, submitting to his judgment in dispute. You are submitting to Prophet Muhammad, not Allah here. This means you and in full submission, according to Pictel's definition. Translation and of this word, taslima definition, and the fullest conviction, according to Yusuf Ali. Taslima, entire submission, according to Shakir too. Taslima, yusallimu taslima. So aren't you worshipping Prophet Muhammad? For being Muslims, you submit to Allah. For being believers, you submit to His decision. Yes, it's like submitting to Him. You see, you have submitted to Him, Prophet Muhammad, in a roundabout manner, although it implies submitting to Prophet Muhammad. So it implies that, and look, taking Surah Hashr ayat also. So a little bit on this. Let me just assure you, right? He has been given power over, he has been given the salat. Where is that? Okay, I'm going to search for this, but the light's gone off. To charge it. Sorry, excuse me. So, and if not that, Allah decreed evacuation. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Whoever opposes Allah, then His messenger and Allah, and you have cut down trees. But Allah gives His messengers power. 6th ayat of Surah Hashr. This part. But Allah gives His messengers power over whom He wills, and Allah is over all things competent. Sorry, I'm a bit slow because my eyes are also, I can't read so fast, but my eyes can't move fast. I've had this headache. I apologize, so please bear with me if you can. But Allah gives His messengers power over whom He wills. So they also have the power. And Allah has power over all things. But you see, Allah did not use power, all powerful. Qadirun, Qadir. See, all powerful here. Oops, the word Qadir. Oh, I can't show you like this. So, but Allah used this word. This word. What's the word? Allah gives power. Yusallitu. Yusallitu. This is from prayer, salat. Allah gives power to His messengers over. So Allah would be over whom He wills. Even though Allah has given the messenger power over whom He wills, so do those who believe in Allah, the mushriks, polytheists, right? Allah can give power. They must have believed this, right? Or had a revelation that Allah gives power to their awliyas over whom He wills. Allah wills. So it's like associating with Allah. They're not saying that these associates, these partners that we take with Allah are not, okay, besides Allah is there and also with Allah is there, partners with Allah. Actually, they believe in Allah. They believe that these associates are given power by Allah. And they also may have called them gods and made idols of them then. but it is Allah who they believed in. They believed in a God, and this was also an Allah of the polytheists. I mean, polytheists call their one God Allah. Now, one of the most powerful gods of theirs, this God of the creator God, I don't know what they called, right? Or the most powerful God. So this it goes into association with Allah here. See? And this is a death cult. Now, back to the ayat, piece by piece, meal by meal, explaining. So now I'll explain to you that if, see, Allah doesn't tell them to kill yourselves or go forth from your homes. Doesn't tell them. Allah has not decreed this, right? Allah only says, if. So this is this is a slightly different from when Allah says to the Prophet, I brought you out of your home for Jang-e Badr, right? For the battle of Badr. This has to be different from that ayat. See why? Because it says here, if were law, and if we that we had decreed on them that kill yourselves or go forth, yukhruju, from your homes, right? Not they would have done it. They would have not done it, except a few of them. But if that they had done what they were advised, now he says, now it's advice. From decree to advice. Okay, right? With it, surely they were advised with it, surely it would have been better for them. Khairan. Surely it would have been better for them and stronger, strengthening. Does this mean that Allah really did tell them to kill themselves and go forth from their homes? Think about it. But this part for sure, Uqtulu means kill yourselves, not sacrifice or lay down your lives for Allah's sake, nothing like this. Just kill yourselves, like in Surah Baqarah ayat 50. Musa's time. Musa told his people, kill yourselves. Repent and kill yourselves, for you worship the calf. This is a death cult. It was kill yourselves. It was coming very close, actually, be a death cult. And there, Surah, I can go on. Surah 3, ayat 167, which one? Fight, or at least defend yourself. Fight in the way of Allah, or at least defend yourself. And there were believers who were other ayats, like Prophet Muhammad was brought out, and they argued with him. Prophet Muhammad was brought out of his house, home, but the believers, they argued with him, some of them, a party of the believers, argued with him. They didn't want to fight. So changing the words like this, I'm wondering why religious scholars, even Shia religious scholars, I haven't read the Sunni tafsir on this. Let me see if Maududi has a footnote on this. Not on slay yourselves. Had we enjoined upon them, slay yourselves or leave your habitations? Very few of them. Oh, had we. It's not if, because it's not that if exception, if. No, it is if. Had we enjoined upon them, slay yourselves or leave your habitations. Few of them would have done it. Let's see what Maududi says. Now, the Sunni tafsir, trying to think. I think I'm dead. Cold as I. No, I'm quite warm. As these people are not prepared to endure even minor losses and inconveniences in order to follow the law. Okay, I know what you're going to say. Other Muslims are going to say this was said in an allegorical manner. It didn't mean kill yourselves. It meant actually Allah meant lay down your lives, or yeah, endure hardships, or yeah, they can never be expected to make big sacrifices. This order to follow the law of God. Asked either to lay down their lives or to give up. See again, in the explanation, Maududi puts it to lay down lives, lay down their lives, or to give up their homes, giving up their homes and families for the sake of the truth. They would fly straight back to unbelief and disobedience. As these people are not prepared to endure even minor losses and inconveniences in order to follow the law of God, they can never be expected to make big sacrifices. If asked either to lay down, if asked. So this means God then made it into an advice and not a decree. Not obligatory, but it is good that you do it. Yeah? Maybe that way. Okay. Maybe that way, this way. The Paltis kill their children. Let's see, the Paltis sacrificing their children. See, here the Paltis killing their children. For the Paltis, the very, it's the worst kind of negativity, negative expression, words used, exaggerated, worst type here, right? When Abraham was taken to sacrifice his son, when he had this dream, Allah was telling him, sacrifice your son. He was testing Abraham, right? Because we were told the reason being that a leader had to sacrifice his nafs, his soul, his nafs, right? And all this, so he doesn't put his children before his subjects, spiritual leaders, imams, and all this, prophets, and all, killing their children, right? Quran ayat. Now, the worst kind of a thing, explain it. Here, they won't say, where was it that I came across? Polytheists kill their children. Please. Oh, killing their, I didn't put children. Sorry, it's my fault. Quran ayat. The worst. So this I cannot accept. I couldn't accept as a researcher, neutral. And so to many of the mushrikun, their partners have made fair seeming the killing of their children. Here they wouldn't put sacrificing their children. Surah 6, ayat 137, we look at the word also. Look how they've changed it. I don't think, like the Shias, religious scholars are telling us, we were told that the religious scholars and all, Imam Ali is right and the Shia Islam is right, because our religious scholars have done the most thorough and honest research on this. Most honest. Surah 6, Ayat 137. Killing, qatl, right?
شركاء
The policy, here they won't say sacrificing or laying down their children's lives. For what? Or just, and also, and because, it's the partners have made it, the policy is the killing of the children. Let me start from here. And likewise made pleasing to many of the polytheists, the killing of their children, awlad, their partners, so that they may ruin them and that they may make confusing to them their religion, deen. And if willed Allah not, they have done so. So if Allah had willed, and if had willed Allah, wished, willed, no, this is will. Intended is yuridu. Okay. And if Shah willed Allah, not they would have done so. So leave them and what they invent. And if Allah had willed, they would not have done so. Again, I'm a little bit, so if Allah had willed, they would not have done so. But they did it without the will of Allah. I should correct myself. A long time ago, I think I had a cognitive dissonance here. I was saying that, actually, Allah wills that they do this, right? But no. If Allah had so willed, they would not have done that. Okay. I'm a little confused here, sorry. Leave them alone to persist in their fabrication. Allah had willed, they would not have done it. Let me see. I get confused in this way. If Allah had willed, polities say, which is, I keep forgetting. Policies say, if Allah had willed, we would not have done it. If Allah had not willed, okay, maybe if I read these two ayats together, it's in Surah Nahl also and Surah Anam also. If Allah had willed, they would not have associated partners with them. I get confused with this. I don't know what. A little bit. I get a bit. Maybe my mind is not working on this. I don't know why properly. Those who associated with Allah will say, if Allah had willed, we would not have associated, and neither would our fathers. I don't know why I get a cognate. I kind of don't understand. But overall, it means that What the associates are, of course, saying is that Allah willed that they do this, right? Or prohibited anything. If Allah had not willed, some isn't there something wrong here? They who are idolaters, not mushriks, not idolaters, big deal. Those who give partners to Allah will say, yes, Yusuf Ali, if Allah had wished, Allah doesn't wish. Who is He wishing to? On what is He wishing? Oh my God, from who is He wishing? We should not have given partners to Him. If Allah had wished, had Allah not wished, okay, they're not here. Okay, this type of English, I get a little bit confused here. But I think what they're saying is that if Allah had willed, no, if Allah had willed, we should not have given partners to Him. If I think what they're saying is Allah willed that they give partners to Him, and also the forbidden things. That's right. Sorry. This more straight, direct. Surah 6 ayat 148. And let's see, back to children and bring the destruction. Killing of their children in order to bring about their destruction and to cover them with confusion in their religion. So leave them and that which they invent. Oh goodness. So here they would, their evil associates saying, kill the, and they're listening to their evil associates, right? Imagine polytheists. Okay, let's take it the way Allah has put it, right? So what a thing. They're killing their children because, their evil associates are telling them to kill their children. And how are they brainwashed or what, right? So this is the same way that the Muslims are brainwashed and the believers here. Muslim believers are brainwashed. So why should we wonder? When even Imam Hussein, excuse me, the things, when I was weak, chronic fatigue, my legs would be shaking. Later on, listening to, I couldn't listen to Safar Majlis like all 2 months, right? And then, not keep that like the maintain, be abrasive here, be thoughtless here, be angry here. Yeah, I used to feel very guilty. No, all the time, like being kind, being patient, tolerant, understanding, instead of getting angry. तुम लोग झूठ बोलते हो, तुम लोग माफी नहीं मांगते हो. You don't, okay, you lie, you don't say sorry when you don't accept your fault. You are going to destroy your country by doing this. Okay? गलती करके भी अपनी गलती नहीं मानते हैं. But this halat of, you see, Pakistan. Now, what is the condition of Pakistan? So in that also, I used to feel guilty because that what I learned earlier on in childhood is this. That's very end. Okay, so this is all for. Um, okay, now I need to. You see, this is a cult, and also, let me just. This is not it for now. Surya Ahzab at 58. Later on, I was like, has God given an incentive to the believers? Believers would be so afraid that these disbelievers, whoever, the people you can annoy, right? And those who harm believing men and believing women for other than what they have earned. And I was also wondering, Prophet Muhammad, why the wives must have annoyed Prophet Muhammad? Because he deserved it. He deserved to be annoyed. His wife thought they must have seen that he's a false prophet and they couldn't leave the religion or something. He didn't even send them handsomely, as promised by Allah. Because Prophet Muhammad, at one time in a Sunni hadith, it says that he didn't have that much to give them, generous amount of money to last them for as long as they live. If you prefer the hayat dunya and its zinat, adornment, the life of this world and its adornment, come, I will set you handsomely free. But he didn't have that kind of money to give them. And so, okay, and so Aisha and Hafsa must have realized that he's a false prophet and he has somehow done wrong to other people, right? So they annoyed him. Because for the believing men and women, this is written, although for the prophet, this is not written. Although Allah says that I would have taken, if he had fabricated something in our name, I would have taken his right hand and cut off his aorta, right? This also. So इम्कान है, possibility थी कि Prophet Muhammad ऐसा कर सकता था. Prophet Muhammad may have been able to do this. Sorry, I'm talking in Urdu. Those who annoy Allah and His Messenger, Allah cursed them in this world and in the year after, and has prepared for them a humiliating punishment. Although this ayah says this for Allah and His Messenger, so if you annoy even Fatima Zahra, the Shia say, there's a hadith in the Sunni, all four books. My father told me, I haven't checked. In the Sunni four books, maybe Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Abu Dawud, and another one. Okay, or Sunnis, the three hadith books, right? That the Messenger of Allah said, "If you hurt my daughter Fatima, you hurt me and you hurt Allah." So this curse in this world and the year. Thus, Umar bin Khattab, sorry, Abu Bakr and Umar bin Khattab cursed in this world and in the hereafter and prepare them for, and the humiliating punishment is prepared for them. A humiliating punishment is prepared for them. But for the believers, you see, Allah has left an incentive that the believers would want to kill these disbelievers, right? Because Allah has not said it this way, like He has said it for Allah Himself and His Messenger. For the believing women and for the believing, sorry, I'm a woman, so that's why women is coming. For the believing men and believing women, this is, by the way, plural. Uh, if you don't know, right? It's, in English, it's not man's, believing men, and it's not woman's. S is not put for plural form. En is put for plural form. believing women other than what they have earned, then certainly they bear false accusation and sin manifest. This means that if the believing men and women, believing women, have earned something so that they can be harmed by these people, those who harm, those, them, these who harm the believing men and believing women, if they have earned it, then they can be harmed by these. Right? And then don't go complaining that, oh, because there's no like going to the police and like the secular system, right? It's like those who harm the believing men and believing women other than what they have earned, other than what they have earned. So if they're harming them for what they have earned, then there's no such a bearing of false accusation or manifest sin upon them. So, and then, O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters, right? Don't say go to the police or something like this, or make a complaint to the ones in authority among you against them. So, this becomes an incentive, and also like they can say, oh, well, no, 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 they're harming us, they're harming us. But Allah is saying directly, if they are harmed, if they harm the believing men, implying, like in other words, you see, in other words, if they harm them for what they have earned, then it is okay. Then there's no manifest sin. Then there's no false accusation, right? Because on truly, it's not a false accusation. It's their right. So it's an incentive. But when Allah tells them in Surah Tawbah or in Surah Baqarah, these people are calling, these disbelievers are fitna. So fight them until they become believers. Incentive. So if they can prove these, if they can prove that the believing men and believing women have been harming them, right? Then, so a little bit incentive. I thought about this. I don't know if that's just my opinion, right, about this, which may not be very weighty, important. But actually, it's the disbelievers, for just being disbelievers, be fitna for 193. And the Shias have put only polytheists. So fight against them until not is their oppression fitna and becomes the religion for Allah. Meaning these disbelievers become Muslims. Then if they cease from becoming disbelievers, meaning, see, then let there be, not cease from fighting you, no, here it cease from becoming disbelievers. Then let there be no hostility except against the oppressors. And yet, if they don't cease, right, then Allah has called them zalimeen. Zalimeen. So fight them still. Keep fighting them until they become believers, these disbelievers. So being a disbeliever is fitna, right here, against the disbelievers. And fight them until they become believers. And keep fighting them, right? If they remain, they are oppressors. Remain disbelievers, they are oppressors. Keep fighting them, except against the oppressors. Since they haven't ceased from becoming disbelievers, keep fighting them, they've become zalimi. We saw the Shia tafsir on this when I did this ayat. Oh, so how will you be able to tell? Surah Azab ayat, when no disbeliever will remain, that these believers, forget it. The disbelieving, where is it? Here. 58. And those who harm believing men and believing women for other than what they have earned, deserved, have certainly borne upon themselves a slander, and manifest sin. Oh, so this, could it be like other than what they've earned? And disbelievers are fitna and zalimin. Fight them. What is Allah trying, like, who you would, the believers would say, harmful towards the disbelievers, the unbelievers? Yes. Oh, great. Allah has put it there. Okay. Anyways, I shouldn't have, but I just said it. Okay. I shared what I thought was an incentive for the believing men and women uh, to, when will there be any justice? I don't know, for the disbelievers if you harm them, uh, harming the disbelievers for because you earned. So they're harming you because they earned it. Any example? The verse determines the definition of slander. It is to ascribe a fault to a person which he does not have, or an error which he has not committed. The Prophet also has explained it. According to Abu Dawood and Tirmidhi, when he was asked as to what is ghibat, backbiting, he replied, "It is to make mention of your brother in a manner derogatory to him." The questioner said, "And if the fault is there in my brother?" The Prophet replied, "If the fault that you mentioned is there in him, you backbite him. If it is not there, you slandered him. Such an act is not only a moral sin, which will entail punishment in the hereafter, but this verse also requires that also in the law of an Islamic state, false allegation should be held as a culpable offense." But it doesn't mention what I've said. In other words, if the believing men, and any of the believing men and women, if they have harmed you and are harming you, and they've earned it, then it's okay to harm them, other than what they have earned. What about this harm? Like, in what way? Like, are they physically, emotionally? It's abuse? What? That is, I don't know. Let's go to multilingual Quran on this. So if these Muslims, they're taking it from their religious scholars who themselves are not either honest or so gone cases, like the Quran may have, may have done this to them, that at that time they couldn't find anything better against, like, what other way is there? Polytheism, the way it is mentioned, is unforgivable in the Quran, unforgivable sin. So they must be tired of all this, right? Surah Azab, ayat 58. When annoying the believers has been condemned by Allah as a calumny and a manifest sin, what will be the fate of those who annoyed, persecuted, and killed the Ahlul Bayt of the Holy Prophet, whose unique excellences have been made known by Allah and His Prophet? See commentaries and all. Now you see, it doesn't explain this without their having earned it. The, without their having earned it. Shia Tafsir doesn't explain this. So what if the believing men and believing women have earned it? Then what should they do? Then they can arm them back. Allah says, give that also. See, I was told, oh, this is not Elibet style, or, there's a, I was like, what is this? Treacherous? No. Give their treachery back. Throw back their treachery. You see, even a Shia, in some cases, we have been so brainwashed that, oh, Ahl al-Bayt, always patient, never fought back, uh, when all avenues of peace were closed then, and all this, just take it from heresy, how do you say it? Oh, throw back their treachery. Allah will throw back their treachery. So maybe through the believers' hands also. Surah Baqarah at 15. Allah will throw back their mockery at them, leaving them to continue. And, Allah will also, the believers will be laughing at them. Allah will throw that, the mockery, it says here. Where's the treachery? Throw back their treachery, betrayal. Also, if you fear from a people betrayal, throw back to them on equal terms. Indeed, Allah does not like traitors. Yeah, Surah Anfal. Not only Allah, but the believers are asked. And if you, O Prophet, see signs of betrayal by a people, respond by openly terminating your treaty with them, like that is put. If you have any reason to fear from a people betrayal, throw back to them on equal terms. When you see signs of treachery from those with whom you have made a treaty, announce to them its dissolution, so they will know exactly where they stand. Just announce to them the dissolution of treaty, throw back to them on equal terms. That means, you see, a lot has been, have changed a lot. So um, let it's the same. It looks like the same website, but Would be a Quran.com. False. Throw back the treachery. Surah and Farlight 58. You see how even how the Quran.com. See, this is the proper site. I think I went into uh, something which looked like Quran.com but isn't. So if you see again, and if you fear from a people betrayal or treachery, some say, in translation, throw back to them on equal, sawa, sawa, sawar. In is not pronounced here. On equal terms. Indeed, Allah not love the traitors on equal terms. But you see how even from the Sunni, okay, I said the Shias who have not done the proper research, they just take it from their religious scholars. The religious scholars interpret this ayat to mean, and taking examples from, you know, now whoever is bound in treaty with the people may not dissolve it until. Do not be treacherous even to him who is treacherous to you. Some say this. The Prophet further elucidated this by saying, do not be treacherous even to him who is treacherous to you. But this ayat doesn't say that. Abu Dawud, Kitab Buyu, Bab fi al Rajul. Yeah, okay, I can't. You see? So some have told this, some have the Prophet saying and known this. So yeah, it's not heresy. It's what we were told, Shias, right? And the same for the Sunnis. Same for the Sunnis. Now, look at the Quran ayat. Please, look at the Quran ayat. It says, and if you fear from a people betrayal, throw back to them on equal, meaning terms. Allah has left out the word, I think, terms. That's why they put it in brackets. I don't know. And it's not even treaty. It's any act that is shows betrayal, treachery, right? But then you have a hadith, and they give the hadith priority over this, and they change the ayat to not unequal. No, don't be treacherous with the treacherous. Now the religious scholars, please come and see this contradiction. You have not given the true meaning to it. So this person who came, like Heather, what was his name? Right? I'm a liar. I'm this. I'm misinterpreting the Quran, ayats. And another one saying I'm interpreting like Sunnis. No, even in Sunni, you Shias interpret the Quran ayats as Imams have interpreted it for you, or your religious scholars have interpreted for you, and it could mean different than what the Quran ayat itself means. It is different from what Allah means in the Quran ayat. How many of them? How many have I shown you? I haven't counted, but there are more than one, right? In Shia Islam too. from Shias. This has happened. Not only Sunni. So it's not that I'm just taking Quran ayats from Sunni, the Sunni way, the Sunni interpretation. Both of them, whenever it comes, where the Shias are wrong, where the Sunnis are wrong, and where both of them are wrong in the same ayat, I point out, right? So this, please see. Just a minute, I'm going to, okay, think. And if you're going to say that we come here to hurt you intentionally, please prove it, right? We haven't come here to intentionally hurt you. And Allah brought this all of a sudden to the polities also. It wasn't like towards the polities. I think, when did I know this? As a Shia even? Maybe, when I saw the message. But it may not be in the Shia, Hadith or history, Shia Islamic history. Oh, when I saw the message, I was like, I think 7 years old or 8 years old, something like this, right? In the cinema hall, my father took me. So there, they to go to Abu Talib, Imam Ali's, the polities chiefs of the polities go to, I think, go to Abu Talib, and they say that your nephew has been saying wrong things about our gods and all this, about our religion. Please stop him, right? So I've known this, and then I've read it online on some. Oh, I've also read it out online, right? Went to some Muslim website, history, Islamic history, on that Wikipedia. It is recorded that he used to criticize the polytheist religion. So if you're going to come here and tell me, oh, you're criticizing our religion, but your Allah asked Prophet Muhammad to criticize their religion and say things against them because he himself has said things against them. And they are the worst of creatures. Not only their religion, but they themselves and polytheists are nijas, impure. Not only their religion, their idols, but themselves, they are impure. So this, Prophet Muhammad saying, laid down a basic rule of Islamic international law in the following words: whoever is bound in treaty with people may not dissolve it until either its term expires or he flings it at them, i.e., publicly declares that it had been annulled. Okay, just that, right? And Prophet Muhammad says, do not, he has elucidated, explained that do not be treacherous even to him who is treacherous to you, right? And he said this is about treaties, but this is generally on any betrayal, any kind of betrayal. It seems the Allah has not made it only on treaties. Khiyanat is betraying a trust, betray or khiyanat, mal mein khiyanat, fraud, it's like that. Being fraudulent, amanat mein khiyanat karna. In Urdu, we say, किसी की अमानत में खयानत करना. So if a Shia does it against me, I can, just by reading this ayat, right? I can throw back that, do the same thing to them. But maybe I can't do that, but I can tell them off, that publicly say you did this to me. But here it means throw back to them on equal terms. This means the way they betrayed you, betray them. Equal terms. My goodness. So now, I'm sorry. It means this. This is what it means, right? But the Prophet said something else about this. That this is about treaties, and do not be treacherous with those who are treacherous with you. Treasonous. This is about treaties. Okay. Treason is only against the state, right? Not against the people. Treacherous. And some translators, although Quran, so treacherous. Yusuf Ali has put, Allah loveth not the treacherous. If thou fearest treachery from any group, throw back their covenant to them. So as to be, see, covenant or treaty, this is what they say Allah is saying. Meaning, and let not those who disbelieve think they will escape. Indeed, they will not cause failure to Allah. If you gain the mastery over them in war, disperse with them those who follow them, that they may remember. This is about war. And if you fear from a people betrayal, throw back to them on equal terms. Let's see what Sahih International footnote. Trying to click here, I think. When you see signs of treachery from those, only signs of, if you fear, oh, it's fear again. You see, they haven't done it. Oh my God. Also, look at this. Oh, I forgot. Oh, they might not have done. When you see signs, only signs of treachery, not like when you see signs of treachery from those with whom you have made a treaty. They're saying treaty, treaty, treaty here. But Allah has very generally put it. Please tell me that it means treaty, only in treaty. People may betray you in many ways. A Shia can betray you. Shia can betray a Shia. Like, and Sunni can betray a Sunni. Like daily, like, in like worldly matters. Oops. Okay, I didn't know that Allah meant only those who betray the treaty, the ones you have treaties with. I read it in a very, very general form. And if you fear from a people betrayal, throw back to them. A people, calm, betrayal. Doesn't say treaty. Well, they've made it into they've confined it to treaties or covenants. Not human beings to human beings. Like, if believers fear, and this is fear? Yes, the khaf. And if you fear from a people betrayal, not that they have betrayed you, if a people betray you, throw back to them. It's only if you see, like, oh, I see that I fear that these people have betrayed me. Hello, I fear. You see, this is on your this is on half only. This is not on, like, you see, when I told my father that I wanted to make a, like, try and make preventive measures, right? Like prevent crimes. So I told my father that shouldn't Imam Ali have known that this person is going to kill him in the mosque? Imam Ali being the knower of. So my father said no. Uh, yes, he knew, but until the act is done, we cannot do anything. Like, shouldn't he have prevented this person from killing him? Since he knew everything, Imam Ali knew he was going to the mosque and that Ibn Muljam will be in the mosque wanting to kill him. Of course, he must have known he's a believer, right? And so to prevent that, he could have, when how he woke Ibn Muljam was like pretending to sleep in the mosque or something. He woke Ibn Muljam up to say the prayer, Fajr prayer, for Fajrs, for dawn prayers. Could have taken the sword from him, checked him, said, I know you want to kill me and you have a sword, right? So my father says that it, Imam Ali, no, until the act is, there's no preventive measures, meaning, like, you can't take preventive measures. Like he was a, what do you call that, murder attempt, potential murderer, what is that word for it? We could have, Imam Ali could have said, he's a potential murderer, yet he wanted to kill me, here is the sword and all this, and could have made, like, a trial take place and interrogate him, and he would have confessed that, yes, the sword I had and I wanted to kill Imam Ali, and then a punishment given to him for that. So, anyways, I made the preventive measures for crimes Facebook page. Oh, group, sorry. So this. I didn't agree to my father on that, over that. And if you fear, so, but you see, my father doesn't know that everything is on mostly, like, even Hazrat Khizr killing the boy because they feared Allah, and Hazrat Khizr feared that this boy would be an unbeliever and so he would be a bad person, bad boy, grow up to be a bad, disbelieving, mischievous person or whatnot, corrupted criminal. That's why Hazrat Khizr killed him. So fear. This many like, if you fear disobedience from your wives also. So it's on you, your fear, not that they may have or may not have betrayed you, but if you fear, so in law, it's not you who decide, right? You fear from a people betrayal, throw back to them. No, you, like the Quran ayat says, if you If an evil person, investigate. If an evil person comes up with something, investigate. Tells you this and that against someone, investigate. And if you don't understand my way, my side, sorry, I'm trying to take it as Allah has put it, and not the way of the Shias. Although in some ayats, I take the Shia way, or in some ayats, I take the Sunni way. But I'm saying first, look at what Allah is saying and how His style is. So, in some cases, if we take the Shia side also, the style of Allah changes. Then you're saying that He doesn't remain consistent with He's addressing Prophet Muhammad, or sometimes He's addressing the believers. So shouldn't He be consistent, Allah, in that, addressing the Prophet Muhammad saying it directly to Prophet Muhammad, addressing the believers directly, like that, consistent. I don't know how else to put it here. So Surah 49 ayat 6 says, O you who have believed, if there comes to you a disobedient one with information, evil one or disobedient, evildoer. Shakir puts it, evildoer, you see? So that's why I said evil one. But Sahih International puts it disobedient one with information, investigate, lest you harm a people out of ignorance and become over what you have done regretful. So, so in this case also, you see, that's why Allah should not put it this way in Surah Anfal. If you fear, it means that Allah believes in your fear more than them really have betrayed you, than the betrayal by them. It shouldn't be like this, even because Allah tells the believers to be careful, right? Oh, you have believed. If there comes to you a disobedient one with information, he's addressing the believers. Investigate lest you harm a people out of ignorance. Here, O you who believe, if a wicked person comes to you with any news, ascertain the truth. Hear this, bear this on your fear only. Maybe your fear is wrong. Maybe they haven't betrayed you. Maybe your fear is like psychologically put a neurosis, or phobia, or it's just without valid proof, evidence. You see? So this, who will see this and understand, which Muslim? See how many times you have been deceived by this Allah. This Allah is not the true Allah, right? Coming that Allah, the Creator, the All-Knowing, this Allah, the Creator, the Supreme Creator, the best of creators. And then, so that means that there are less than Him. But they are also creators. Less than Him, but creators. The greatest creator. If I think Allah puts it this way in some ayat. That means there are creators, but less than Him. in greatness like him. So I think now the Muslims who come here, even Shias, it's just ego, and it's a personal possession, like my religion. Oh, she wants to hurt us. Oh, she's lying against us. It's just because of egos, the stubbornness comes in, right? In them, it's just to defend their ego, their personal possession. It's just this religion is their personal possession, like, you know, no one should harm it. Not for truth, just defending what their ego believes in. This is what it is. If they've come here and heard and listened properly, then they wouldn't be doing coming here the way they have come. The Shias also, like Taimur and Heather, and another one making fun, Jafar Muhammad or Muhammad Jafar. Comment. What kind of people are? I mean, I should understand, even though I get angry with the Sunnis also. Like, no, you're not honest. Go away. So many times I think I told Salahuddin also. Now here, human. I didn't time him out, but what I did was I put it on slow mode, and I said, no, if you're not going to follow me properly here, focus on what I'm asking you, give that answer. And you're going to dilly dally and beat about the bush. No, please don't do that. That's dishonesty. Then how can I teach you? Then we're going round and round, wasting your time, wasting my time. I don't know whether you then it didn't seem like an honest person, right? And didn't seem like you wanted to come to something. Honestly, looking at this ayat, Surah 9:31, and moreover, now I have to show him that his Allah has lied in Surah Mujadila. So I was saying that Allah has lied in Surah 6, ayat 138 against the polytheists, those polytheists. So Surah Mujadila, ayat 2, there's when Allah says they lie because they call their wives like the back of their mothers when they divorce them. Just divorcing them, they don't take them as their mothers. They're just saying you're like the back of my mother as when divorcing them, right? So those who pronounce zihar among you from their wives, they are not their mothers. Their mothers are none, Allah says here. No one is their mother, but those who gave birth to them. So no one can be your mother except those who gave birth to them. And so even saying to their wives that you are the like of the back of my mother and divorcing them would be, and indeed, a lie, a falsehood, and an objectionable statement, right? So forget it, calling anyone else other than the one who, even calling someone a mother other than the one who has given you birth would be a lie, a falsehood, right? Think about it. Look at this ayat properly, examine it. I was told that the Quran ayat has so many dimensions, 7 or 70 dimensions. Now, and on the first dimension, it has okay, so Allah has said yes. Allah said it is a falsehood, right? A state a word, false. Evil, munkar is evil, right? Of the word. Munkar, bad. Munkar, no. Okay. Of the word, of the word, of the word. Evil and a lie. By just saying, not even you are like my mother, but like the back of my mother, to their wives, calling them like the back of their mothers, is a lie, right? A falsehood. Allah is lied then. So look, calling them liars, calling them lying in the word, not them liars, but calling the word a falsehood, a lie, would be that Allah has lied in Surah 33, Ayat 6, calling the Prophet's wives, saying that the Prophet's wives are mothers of the believers. Allah has said a lie. According to Surah Mujadila 2, against those who call their wives their mothers, like their mothers' backs when they're divorcing them. A lie, a falsehood. Allah has spoken a falsehood. Allah has declared a falsehood. Allah has revealed a falsehood here himself. So you see, he does that like he does it here against the polytheists, and then he himself is lying, has lied by making the mothers of, by making the wives of Prophet Muhammad the mothers of the believers. Surah Ahzab, Ayat 6. And so I found, how can you believe that what Allah has said here to be true when He is? Now it's proven that He is right. So back to Surah Azab, Ayat 138 again. See, so many times I've seen, anyways, here, that they do this, exaggerations, lies against the polytheists, and they're saying, okay, he says, Allah says they're lying, then he lies himself, making prophets' wives the mothers of the believers. And they say these animals and crops are forbidden. No one may eat from them except whom we will by their claim. And there are those whose backs are forbidden, and those upon which the name of Allah is not mentioned. And they say these animals and crops are forbidden. No one may eat from them except whom we will by their claim. And there are those whose backs are forbidden, and those upon which the name of Allah is not mentioned are what? Dot, dot, dot. Something is missing here, omission. We go back to forbidden, this part. So it's not that those upon which the name of Allah is not mentioned, that they do not mention the name of Allah on them. And if even they do not mention the name of Allah on them, if you put it like this, are forbidden, they are saying. Okay, it's their claim. But it's not like what the Shia say also and what the Sunnis say about this. putting it that they pronounce the name of Allah. Traditions indicate that there were certain ritual offerings and that on certain occasions animals were consecrated for sacrifice, at which it was deemed unlawful to pronounce the name of God. It was also prohibited to ride such animals during the pilgrimage, since at that time the pilgrim pronounced the name of God when he recited the formula, Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik. Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik. Every care was taken not to pronounce the name of God, right? At the time of milking, mounting, slaughtering, and eating of such animals. Now, here, these are the cattle over which they do not pronounce the name of Allah, right? It's not like that, the ayat. The ayat could be like this. The word, okay, let me put it it may be like this, may not be like this. It may be like this, the way Sahih International has put it. And there are those whose backs are forbidden and those upon which the name of Allah is not mentioned. And those upon which the name of Allah is not mentioned. And those, not on all that Allah has not mentioned the name, that they do not mention the name of Allah, not all. Look, it's got many problems here. It's just a very funny ayat. So, multilingual Quran. Not care was taken. I have to explain it and I have to show it. And I get these things from these Shias also. The way they come here. Such hostile Shias. Dishonest. And they say these are to dedicate cattle and produce to idols and declare them as taboo was the device of the priests to get special things for themselves. They never pronounced the name of Allah at any time. They never pronounced the name of Allah at any time, either when milking them or riding them or slaughtering them. It doesn't say that. It says, actually, we please, so they assert. And cattle, these are cattle with and tilt prohibited, forbidden. None shall eat them except such as we please. So they assert. And cattle whose backs are forbidden, and cattle on which they would not mention Allah's name, and then there's a dash, forging a lie against him, and cattle on which they would not mention Allah's name. Now, which cattle you would not mention Allah's name? Or you can take it as and cattle on which they would not mention Allah's name, forbidden, back here. Like, and cattle on which they would not mention Allah's name, or even they could be cut out. Cattle on which Allah's name is not mentioned, forbidden. Could be taken like this verse. So, questioning human Muslim, it was shown to me that he is not very, he is, he doesn't have that comprehension. You know, he's asking like, where does it say when he went to when he accepted that Allah is in this ayat, right? So it was showing to me that he has a sorry, I mean lack of understanding. Like his understanding is very low. Comprehension about this ayat is also very low. So I could not help him more than how I tried to help him, right? Like, how can I then teach him, like, keep repeating, like, keep repeating that, like he was saying here, that no, it says that only the way he was putting it, that rabbis and monks cannot be taken as lords besides Allah. So this means, this is what I was telling him, that then besides Allah means, no, he was saying, like, besides Allah, okay, it doesn't say that Allah should be taken as Lord, or Masih should be taken as Lord. But in other words, it means that Allah is to be taken as Lord if it says besides Allah, right? So his comprehension, human Muslims' comprehension was very low about this ayat. Like, of course, besides Allah means Allah should be taken as Lord. And then we proceed by saying, and the Masih, son of Maryam, to be taken as Lord. But he started to say, yes, it's written Allah and Masih, son of Maryam, like this, but then they're not supposed to be taken as Lord. No, then Masih is not supposed to be taken as Lord. So he was coming in a very dishonest way, extremely cunning, dishonest way. And so I had to stop this, put him on slow mode, and say, please, if you're not going to concentrate. And then I said, subscribers mode. I put it on that, subscribers. So so seeing that cunning dishonesty, shocking, from a Sunni. So so he, but it shouldn't be like this, because you're not supposed to be lying. The Sunni method also. Sunni method, last time I showed you. Sunni method of debate, discussion, dialogue. AI overview has given me this. The Sunni method of dialogue emphasizes respectful, truthful. This is what I see. Be truthful, honest, and clear communication, drawing from the Prophet Muhammad's example and the teachings of the Quran. Key aspects include sincerity, good morals, managing tone and volume, and okay, they don't talk here, so, and understanding the other party's perspective also. So you're not supposed to blame the other party. You're supposed to first understand the other party's perspective. That, oh, you're misinterpreting, you're doing this, you're doing that. You're lying, or make fun of us. We are not criminals here. We are not the liars. It also involves using wisdom, good exhortation, and engaging in virtuous argumentation. Virtuous. So, what is virtuous? Sincerity and truthfulness, good morals and manners, managing tone and volume, seeking understanding, actively listen to the other party's perspective, and strive to understand the point of view. Using wisdom and good exhortation, communicate with clarity and wisdom, using sound reasoning, sound reasoning, not pure reasoning as I say pure. Oh, meaning sound reasoning and appealing to the better nature. So when I say pure reasoning, I mean sound reasoning and appealing to the better nature of the other party. Appealing. If disagreement arises, engage in respectful debate, focusing on the issue rather than personal attacks. Even Shias have come and given me personal attacks. Can you believe that? Smiling. Number two, practical applications. When we can see each other's faces, smiling and exchanging greetings, salam, are encouraged as expressions of goodwill and faith. Clarity and conciseness. Speak clearly and avoid using jargon or complicated language that might confuse the listener, like human Muslim was doing here, they're explaining it. Patience and flexibility. Be patient with the other party and be willing to adjust your approach based on the context. And so this is, I don't know which Chinese or avoiding anger and obscenity. Refrain from using offensive language or getting angry, as this can hinder effective communication. Quranic and prophetic examples. I may not agree to this, but anyways, this is what their Sunni side I'm giving. Sunni position and dialogue. The Quran emphasizes the importance of calling others to the way of God with wisdom and goodly exhortation. On one side, yes, this, and disputing with them in the best manner. Yeah, with the Ali Kitab and yeah, the Prophet Muhammad. Oh goodness. Okay, sorry. Was known is I find it but key takeaway. Sorry. The Sunni approach to dialogue emphasizes creating a conducive environment, also conducive for understanding and reaching common ground through respectful, honest, and clear communication. Clear communication. So when I was telling the human, please, yes, this ayat means that to take the Allah as the Lord and not the rabbis and the monks, religious scholars. He was saying, no, just Allah is saying not to take rabbis, religious scholars as lords, and then missing out on the besides Allah and Masih ibn Maryam. You see, this is how he was dodging this time also. So if you come the other way, even the Sunnis shouldn't. I'm going to then time you out. So you were exposed, and your dishonesty was exposed. That's it. Okay, so because I cannot then go with the dishonest person. Even Sunnis, we should not go with these dishonest people. So this is my way, and also I appreciate Sunni's way much. Thank you. So now this is a death cult, and I don't know why the Shias. So Bibi Zainab Rondi Regali, Shias, to you. I don't want to taunt you, but your Shias have come in a way that I could be crying like anything, right? I could be crying and saying, this person is a rapist. This person is a liar. Um, this person is a false prophet. I've shown you the proof. The way you came. Inside, You made me scream in pain, in shock, nervous shock. Especially that the also who was he? Heather, Suckland Heather, Shia. I put myself. Why shouldn't I? I put myself in the shoes of the polities. I put myself out of the shoes of the polities, against the polities. How much? Yes, it's bad. Okay, they do this whistling and clapping. Oh, they did this. But you see, I put myself in the shoes of the Jews. I put myself out of the shoes of the Jews. I showed you Exodus when the Jews had done this to the idolaters. And I was saying, I'm not a Jew, I'm not a polytheist, but even this one, Saklan Heather, like you are a Hindu, or Muslims coming saying this to me. No manners. What is this? Even Sunnis are not supposed to do it like this. I don't know who you are, but now see, please, uh, please, I've cooperate. Please be honest. That way I'll know you really do respect and you really do value the truth. Seekers, right? And truth seeking about your religion. This was my religion. If I found it true, I would have held on to it. What I have no other reason to leave it but that it is a false religion, and I proven again and again through Quran ayats proved it to me, right? So again, showing you see the wrong. It's where is it now? Surah Nisa 66. Please, it's not laying down; it's killing yourselves. So that's why God has not made it obligatory. Now He's just advised you. Okay, let me get this. But but it came very close. Your God is saying that killing yourself would have been better if He had decreed. It would have been better for you, but few would have done it. So then now, or a few of them, but if they had done it, what was advised to them? Now he turns to advice, not qataba. So I'm sorry, it's not laying down your life or sacrificing your life. It's killing. Kill yourselves. This is a death cult. You get it? It's a death cult. I know there's an ayat which says if you were had you been hard with them, they would have you would have made them rip, you know go away from you, cut off from you or whatever. But here it says kill yourselves. So Allah came very close to this death cult thing. It's a death cult, but um, maybe the people saved by refusing. Thank God, But this Allah would have been asking you to kill yourselves. Came very close to being a death cult. However, then Allah even here says, but this Allah is a, uh, what do you say, master of a death cult. No, no, a found, how do you say it? How can I say it? Your homes and not they would have done it, except a few of them. But if they had done what they were advised or they were commanded to do, surely it would have been better. Allah, khairan, for them, and stronger, strengthening. It's a death cut. So the few who can do this would do this. Kill yourselves. Go in the, dig a grave and go and put yourself in the grave. And say Allah, 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 like that. Slay yourselves also. Slay or kill yourselves. Had we enjoined upon them, slay yourselves. You see? Now please, if you read Yusuf Ali's translation, see how you have been then now in the end, how many hours? I'll start 2 hours 17. So I should start again. Now in conclusion, putting it this way, wondering why you Muslims, all Shias even, haven't left this religion, because you take Yusuf Ali, you choose Yusuf Ali's translation, your religious scholars have lied to you or have been, how shall I say, dishonest in such a manner that I cannot begin, like just through, every ayat that I find that has this kind of deception and dishonest way of trans interpretation. I've been showing you. So, oh, and if I was a Shia reading this, finding it difficult. And then, you see, I was a Shia and I was reading it like this. Please see this. I would like to help you all with my sincerest, honest intentions. No agenda whatsoever, but my agenda. What agenda? If you want to put it, I shouldn't put it this way. I don't put it this way because my intention is good, right? And this is my passion. I wish I could. I was thinking, why isn't people in Africa, Christians, wherever Jews, wherever Buddhists, wherever Muslims, wherever Shias, wherever Sunnis, Salafis, whoever human beings are suffering in Africa, we should go out and use social media, reach out, help them, all this, right? So my intention is for humanity suffering. Wherever I see, whoever is oppressed, whether it's a Sunni, Shia, humanity, why isn't Allah helping them? So where is it now? Surah, no. Surah Nisa. Where was I? Goodness, all this. So if I had read it like Shakir, If I had read Chalker's translation and then even had I do have a Quran, but not here, back home. Unquestioning obedience, laying command to lay down their lives in battles. So you see, Shias, please see this. How could Aka Mehdi put it this way? Knowing the Arabic and Arab Muslims, Shias also, Arab Shias, how can you put it this way? How can you, being religious scholars, and then we common Shias reading it like this? Lay down your lives. And if we had prescribed for them, lay down your lives, or go forth from your homes, they would not have done it except a few of them. Has Allah prescribed, has Allah made obligatory for you to lay down your lives in battles and all? For the male, he has, right? So why is he saying this here? Also, look at this. But it's not lay down your lives. It's not sacrifice your lives. It's kill yourselves or go forth from your homes. They would not have done it except a few of them. But when the battle is starting, all the believers, if called by the Holy Prophet, it is compulsory on them, decreed, obligatory on them to go for war, right? Whoever stayed behind, like the Bedouins, when it wasn't allowed to them, right? For Imam Hussein, would you? Oh, so Imam Hussein saying, uh, I relieve you of your oaths because it is not prescribed for you to kill yourselves. Lay down your lives. But this is not how Allah has put it. Also, look at this and step by step. So I think next time I'm going to make notes on this if I can. Today I had a headache and I haven't been well also, but worse than before. So next time I'm going to make notes step by step and make it, perhaps try to make it, less in time, half an hour. Okay? It's not lay down your lives, it's kill yourselves. So Shia's reading it this way. You're going to be, you're like, it's not. You won't see it. It's a death cult, what I'm saying. Allah, this prophet, it's this prophet's false Allah and a false prophet. Please see this. So please, I would advise you, and so I'm trying my best. That's why coming here, thank God, to show you how you've been deceived, Shias, Sunnis, Muslims. If you take that, so take Quran.com on this ayat, look at it, try to digest it, it's kill yourselves. It's a violent, it's a death cult, it's confusing, it's not clear meaning, not clear. Please leave this religion. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your uh, life on this religion. Don't give your life to this religion. And if I had something better, I would. But anything Not anything is better than this. Our life is bad. There are many people suffering, and but this is not the shouldn't be an option. Shouldn't be something that you should cling on to because there's nothing better, right? Just because there's nothing better doesn't mean you stay with this. Please leave this. Even though there's nothing better, maybe Buddhists, if you like, Buddhists, or search your own. Like I'm still a truth searcher, right? Maybe if there's no God, or maybe even if you can be an atheist, please don't, or an agnostic, but not this religion. Thank you so much. Okay, I have to go now. I'm all of a sudden feeling extremely tired. Thank you for your time and attention. See, I'm just very tired. Oh, I have to do it this way.
We'll be back. Until then, thank you so much.